Welcome to The Explainer. So today, we're going to tackle a nutritional mystery that sounds, well, completely impossible. How could feeding a starving person actually kill them?
I know, it sounds totally backwards, right? But it points to a really profound truth about how our bodies are designed to work. And it's a truth that honestly challenges a lot of what we think we know about nutrition and health.
Okay, so to really wrap our heads around this, we actually have to go back in time. There was this tragic event that ended up becoming a critical and pretty unforgettable medical lesson.
So picture this. It's after World War II. Allied forces are liberating prisoners of war. They're emaciated, they're starving, and doctors rush in to give them food, expecting them to recover. But then something absolutely tragic happens. 1 in 5 of them died, suddenly. It was a total catastrophe, and it revealed this startling paradox. The very act of giving them food became a lethal shock to their systems. This is what became known as refeeding syndrome.
So, what on earth is going on here? Why does this happen? Well, the answer is all about our body's incredible, but sometimes dangerous, ability to adapt to whatever we throw at it.
You know, we all get the use it or lose it idea with our muscles, right? If you stop lifting weights, they shrink. Simple. But the gut? Oh, the gut is a whole different ballgame. It doesn't just waste away. It performs this active, really intelligent shutdown called adaptive functional decline. It does this to save precious energy for your vital organs when food just isn't coming in.
And get this shutdown happens fast. I mean, incredibly fast. In just 48 hours without food, these little finger-like things that line our intestines, called villi, they start to flatten out, and that dramatically cuts down their ability to absorb nutrients. It's like your gut just goes into low power mode.
And this is where it gets really, really smart. The system isn't just on or off. It's constantly fine-tuning itself. If you start eating a ton of protein, your gut's like, okay, I got this, and it starts pumping out more protein-digesting enzymes. It's tailoring its internal machinery to the exact fuel you're giving it. Okay, so this whole idea of an adaptive, intelligent gut, that brings us right to the heart of the matter. The massive difference between eating, say, an actual orange and just popping a vitamin C pill. Scientists have a term for this. They call it the food matrix. So instead of thinking of an apple as just a list of vitamins and fiber, think of it more like a symphony orchestra. Every single component plays a part. The vitamins, minerals, fiber, even the antioxidants. And they all have to work together to create the final effect inside your body. And this isn't just a metaphor. It's real. Take eggs, a perfect example of synergy in action. Studies have shown that if you eat whole eggs after a workout, your muscle-building response is way stronger than if you just ate egg whites with the exact same amount of protein. Why? Well, it's because of the rest of the orchestra. The fats, the vitamins, all that good stuff in the yolk, they're all helping the protein, the star soloist, do its job way better. Okay, here's another one for you. A really powerful example. What if I told you that you could boost your body's absorption of a key mineral by 300% just by eating 2 foods together? So, you know all that iron in plants like spinach? Well, truth is, our bodies are actually pretty bad at absorbing it on its own. But, and this is a big but, if you eat that spinach with something high in vitamin C, like bell peppers, bam, your body's absorption of that iron can just skyrocket by up to 300%. The two of them work as a team. And this idea of synergy, of the whole orchestra playing together, really shines a light on the biggest problem with most supplements. See, they give you the soloist, that one isolated nutrient, but they totally leave out the rest of the orchestra. Which, of course, brings us to the million-dollar question. When you see a bottle that says 500 milligrams of vitamin C, does that mean you're actually getting 500 milligrams into your system? And the answer is almost always a hard no. And that's because of a really critical concept called bioavailability. It's a fancy word, but the concept is super simple. Bioavailability is just the slice of the nutrient that your body can actually grab onto and put to work. It's not about what you swallow, it's all about what you absorb. Right, and the key thing to remember is that this is not some fixed number on a label, it's constantly changing. For example, your body is smart. If you're low on iron, it can actually triple its absorption rate to try and catch up. Your age, the health of your gut bacteria, and yep, you guessed it, whether that nutrient came as part of the whole food symphony, it all changes the equation. So what this means is, for any supplement you take, there's a good chance a huge chunk of what's in that pill is just passing right through you.
It makes that big number on the bottle kind of misleading, doesn't it?
I mean, when you put them side by side like this, the difference is just crystal clear. Whole foods give us nutrients in their natural, complex form, which talks to our digestive system and generally gives us better, more predictable absorption. Supplements, on the other hand, often try to bypass this whole intricate system, giving us an isolated part that our body might not even know what to do with.
So where does this all leave us? What's the big takeaway? Well, it means we probably need to stop thinking like accountants, just tallying up milligrams and calories. We need to start thinking more about working with our body's brilliant adaptive design.
The source material has a great name for this, the nutritional trust illusion. We put our trust in the number printed on the label, but we totally ignore the complex biological reality of what's happening inside our own bodies. At the end of the day, health isn't about isolated inputs. It's about the interaction between food and a living, dynamic system.
And look, this isn't just some nice, feel-good advice. This is physiology. When you choose whole foods, you're doing so much more than just getting vitamins. You're keeping your digestive machinery tuned up, you're feeding your microbiome, and you're letting that powerful natural synergy do its thing.
And that, right there, is the question we all need to ask ourselves. Next time you're thinking about your nutrition, ask, am I working with my body's amazing, ancient design, or am I working against it?